podcast. It's your boy Mac. I'm here with the biggest of the biggest LIB artists in the building, D12. How you doing, brother?
Super. What's up, you?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. Happy to have you here. Appreciate you being on here. I mean, it's not overlooked, man. Appreciate you, brother.
No problem, man. That's what we're here for, bro.
I know.
Yeah.
So, we're bringing around this area.
Actually, today I had an event here to perform. I had one event to perform yesterday, and then one today.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm currently on tour right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So how did you get into the music thing?
So shit. Like I'm gonna say for me, it's not something that I just caught onto. It's something that I was like from birth. Like when I started knowing myself, and like from childhood all the way to teen age, I've been surrounded by music. My parents used to love doing music and all that. My mom used to sing in the choir. My dad used to have so many sound systems in the house, like a music player, sound boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
That's how they used to call it back in the
Back
day.
yeah, sound box.
Yeah,
Big
but
box.
a real speaker. Yeah, but most of the things used to be in the crib, and they'll be playing loud music, and I was a kid. I wake up and dance to music. I listen to sound when I go to church. I play the piano, and I stand around the piano until I learn what it's about, and I got interested in music, and decided to just keep doing music. But I started doing it from a very young stage.
Oh, wow. So who were some of your influences growing up?
Well, for me, I'll say I never had a specific person that I was looking up to. I just used to love doing music. So for my starting up stage as an artist, I started as a musician. I used to play in live bands.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to play like drums, piano, and jazz band and stuff. So most of the music we used to play back then was copyright music from different genres. Yeah, I play jazz, I play reggae, I play African, I play high life, different just to entertain different people. And then that's how my skill just started coming together. I took a little piece from blues, reggae, a little piece from hip hop. I just mixed my sound together and just found my own sound. That's definitely how it was.
Yeah. Did you face any hardship like as far as the music wise coming up?
Yeah, bro.
Was it ever a tough time?
It's always a tough time, bro. Coming up, the country we're coming from, Liberia, number one, we had 14 years of civil war.
Yes.
And I had to travel as a refugee out of Liberia, to Ghana and live amongst a different nationality, and then try to survive among them. I live in Nigeria too, and I was on the refugee camp trying to survive. So I was there playing music in clubs, hotels, casinos, churches to survive.
Wow.
So I literally when we first left from the camp in Nigeria, we came to Lagos. We slept under the bridges. Just to survive for 2-3 weeks, and then I got into the church. I started playing music, and then they rented me a crib, and then everything, and then I started doing music. Playing for them, they used to like it, and then I started chasing my dream out there, and then I started going to music school out there. I did sound engineering and music production, and I just started getting into producing and playing music and everything over there. But there was so much of a challenge. It's so much of a challenge when it comes to trying to achieve what you want to achieve as a person. There's a lot of stumbling blocks in your way, but life will come sometimes, but if you really want something, you just have to go for it regardless of what happens. My coming to the States was based on music, but as soon as we got here, it was when the Ebola came in Liberia.
Wow.
So when we came, we couldn't go back home because the Ebola was killing people and all that stuff like that. So they blocked the airports and everywhere. Nobody was traveling back home to Africa. So that's how I decided to stay. And then staying here again, another hardship. You have to You have to get used to the system. You have to get papers before you stay and all that stuff. So there's a whole lot that we go through as an artist. But these things I don't see. I see as a challenge, but I see as a lesson. Those are things I put into my music, and you know, for people to resonate with the music easily. You know.
How old were you when you left Liberia?
When I left Liberia, I was around 23.
23 years old?
Yeah.
To go to Ghana?
Yeah.
So you familiar with Liberian?
Oh yes, I was in Era A.
Era A?
Yeah.
How era that?
Era super that all the time all the time yeah, but listen, that camp was one of the best places because even the Ghanaians and everybody that live in Ghana would come on the camp to just experience
Liberian culture.
Yeah, because we turn the whole place into another.
No matter where you put us at.
Yeah, we come on the block, on the 18, we chill. Everybody, you know, doing one or two. And but it was a nice vibe in Ghana. We get to meet other foreigners with another way of life. And I mean, it taught me a whole lot of lessons when I was in Ghana because I played music in Ghana churches too as well.
Okay.
So I understood the culture, I understood the sound and how he was doing music and all that. That's why from Nigeria, I went to Ghana. From Ghana, I went back home, and then I started producing music in Liberia, and then try to change the sound from what I've learned from outside.
You know, see, I got a couple of my friends that was on the camp, and they always said it. Said, is it true that the Ghanaians and Liberians really didn't get along? Were they hitting on us, or what was that situation like?
No, the situation with Ghana is, I'm tell you, Ghana is 100% patriotic.
Wow.
Ghanaian loves himself, regardless of the situation. If me and you right here, and then another person, if me, you are, for instance, you a Ghanaian man,
Yeah.
I'm a Ghana man, and one Liberian man is standing right here,
Yeah.
and the Liberian man is qualified for the job that the Ghana man can. The Ghana man prefer teaching his friend Ghana man to give him the job, to learn on the job, than for a qualified Liberian to get a job.
Wow.
They really love themselves. They are very, very, very much patriotic. So that's a problem we have with Ghanaians over there.
You know, let me ask you this question. You think we lacking that?
Yeah,
as far
I
as
think
being Liberian?
Yeah, Liberian, that's one of the things that we are lacking. Definitely, we don't love ourselves.
Talk about it.
That's the situation. So, but I think it has a lot to do with mental breakdowns and stuff that happened to us back during the war and stuff. So those are things that can be fixed, and you know, you just have to know what the problem is, and then you can find a solution to it.
Wow. Because I remember, like, I was part of that war too. I mean, I was part of the war. I remember again leaving from the different part of the country to go to the bush, and then, but I never left the country. Never went to Ghana, but my mom had that experience. My mom went to Ghana too, and she always would tell me about Ghana. And I was in Liberia the whole time while she was in Ghana. Then I left from Liberia to the States, but this Liberian, I went to the camp. Like, you've been through so much, and it's like your experience is so huge as far as, you know, I love my people because it don't matter where you put us at, we're going to make it, we're going to survive.
Definitely.
We're going to make it, and I heard it was, Liberian had their own area on the camp that I heard it was a party, it was, every Sunday?
Every day, bro. It's not every Sunday, it's every 6 o'clock.
Every 6
Everybody got on the block to chill. It's just what it is. You know, Liberia, we love parties, bro. We
Love parties.
Yeah, so it was like, Ghana was like every day. It's like every day. Once it's in the evening time, everybody gets together and chill and stuff like that. But there was struggles too. There was stuff that happened, real bad stuff, you know, but not everything I can recall. But it was I'll say it's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Back to the music, would you say your career was overnight or it was a long process?
Oh shit, it was a long and gradual process.
Yeah.
So I was just into music because it's my passion. That's what I love. It's something that I do and forget about everything else in the world. Yeah. So when I'm doing music, it's pretty much like I'm into this space where I can easily express myself, I can be myself, and I can affect lives too as well. So as far as me being an artist, it was a very long journey for me. I started as singing in a a cappella group. You know what a cappella group is?
Yeah, look,
Like group of boys who made chorus and stand together, like singing different voices.
wow.
So like I was in one of the best groups in Liberia that had like an a cappella
Alright.
group. So you know I used to write songs, I used to do stuff like that. We'd go around serenade, sing, and all that stuff. And then I transitioned from there to playing live music.
Okay.
And then I started playing instruments, guitar, drums, piano, and then my interest started to grow. And then I got interested in production. Because all these sounds I was hearing, like, I want to know how to put them together.
Put them together, yeah.
And so, like, I pursued that, and I started producing hits, songs for people. And I would be in the studio, I would write for people. At the same time, produce a song and give it to them. But I wasn't going out performing as an artist. I was just in the studio recording. So, like, you never know, like, some of the songs that I wrote for so many big artists from Liberia that you hear them in. Like, I was the one behind the machine playing the music and everything and doing that. But then I noticed that most of it was a talent that I had.
Yeah.
And, you know, but I was just waiting for this right time to just put it out.
Yeah, for
Because
you to
I was
come out
like,
yourself.
you know,
Yeah.
I was just experimenting with other people, get them a sound, how it sound, you know, and then I figure it out. Say, let me try. I think I can do this too. Let me. I would record a song and put it out, but I would not go and perform the song. There was one time I did a song in the studio. I was just like setting. I bought a new equipment.
Yeah.
And I was setting up the equipment, and I wanted to test the microphone. I just went behind the microphone and just did something crazy, put some beat to it. Like it wasn't like singing. I was like making fun. But I turned it and changed it into music, and it was one of the biggest hits in Liberia.
Wow.
And I didn't even, like, people would tell me, why don't you want to go and perform this song? Like, it was just something I
wasn't
doing.
ready yet.
I want to be sure I'm not ready, you know. And then by then I did couple, and I got nominated for the Liberian Music Awards, one of them to come to the States, and then everything. When I did that, I had a couple songs playing in Liberia already, and then when I got here, I was like, damn, I think I'm just going to do this shit. I can't go back. I can find people, because everybody basically here going to work. I can find artists coming to me to record and all that. And like, I record myself and put the shit out. You know, I'm sorry for this shit word, but you know, all this shit like that. But it's just how I started doing it, and it started going. People started to accept it.
What do you enjoy doing? You enjoy writing for other people? Like, are you more so a writer, you would say, or? You sound like you enjoy writing.
Yeah, I enjoy writing, but I mean, at a point, sometimes it's good to pick other people's brains. Sometimes you a writer, you get writer's block too. Sometimes.
Oh, okay.
You know, you can't write. You just like. I've been doing this for a while. I've been producing for people, writing for people. And, you know, it can go away sometimes from you. And, you know, so sometimes I pick from other people to write for me and other stuff and things like that too. So, but I enjoy doing music as a whole, writing, producing, singing, performing. I love it.
So what would you say to the critics? If you know all people always got, you know, the world we live in, people always got something to say. You know
Well,
what I mean?
definitely there's always be something to say. If you listen to my song, if nobody talks about you, you're nobody. So you have to be doing something that attracts people's attention before but what's the point of life if nobody's saying anything about you? If you understand the music industry right now, say in fact people be wanting beef just to get relevant. You get what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
But definitely is life as a whole. Everybody, you know, as you go through your day-to-day activities, people always gonna have different perception, different point of view, how to think about it, and you can change the way other people think. You can only change the way you think. So the best person is to stay in control of yourself. You have to like focus on yourself and not what other people say. Because there's always going to be a naysayer out there. There's always going to be haters, and there's always going to be lovers. And that's just what it is.
I know you got so many hits, right?
Yeah.
I know all on your babies, but what's the one song that when it come on, or you by yourself, you know what I mean, you telling like, what's the one song that you really like? that I know all of them your baby. I ain't trying to get you to pick one. You know what I mean?
So it's a hard question right here for me. Yo, I'm gonna tell you for sure. Like most of the time I produce music. Sometimes it grows on me, but I think I have like the music, some music that I really will have love for, even some music I haven't even released yet.
Wow.
Yeah. When I put the music out, I let the fans do the selection, which one they love. And most of the music people love are not the music that I actually listen to.
That's
for
crazy.
myself.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Some of the music I put out, like the Born to Win song that I put out that went up like viral. I never expected the song to be a viral song.
Well, let me tell you right now, that song, I was doing, you know, I'm in prison, so we got a kiosk, and my sister already tell me, you gotta get D12 on your tablet. I said, D12, he said, you gotta get D12 on your tablet. Wow. So Born to Win.
Wow, that's a blessing.
Yes, so Born to Win, and she's a player every time I call. I want to call her 15 minutes, but she always playing. You born to win, you born to win, you born to win.
Wow,
so I really learned that song while I was in jail. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That you know what I mean? Like you right here and we talking right now, but
that's crazy. Yeah, those are songs that I actually did from within. I didn't like take pen and paper to like write.
Wow.
I just sit down and like let me whatever comes out of me today is the natural music, and I just do the beat and just put a microphone, turn off the light in the studio, close my eyes and just like imagine and just sing.
So you don't have to write.
I know I didn't have to like tip pen and paper. Even the Nobody song, I didn't have to put down pen and paper. Like those are songs that I just imagine and do throw a couple lines and then hear it and cut it and put it together, cut and put it together, cut and put it together there, boom, and make music out of it.
Wow, that's God-given talent. Everybody can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a certain ability you don't have as a person, so you gotta go and master your skills. But definitely, yeah, I mean, most of the songs there's another song that I released that I really did love, but a lot of people don't know it. So most of the hit songs, I would say when I produce a song from the beginning, I love it with everything because I listen to the song for like almost 100, 200, 300, 4,000 times. I listen to the song over before I put it out. So when I put it out, I don't like kind of vibe to it. I just let it to go, the energy go out and just do what I do. And, you know, yeah. And then I focus on new sounds, just listening to new music.
Do you like other people listen to the song when you put it out, or you just go ahead and just put it out? Do you value other people's opinion? Like as far as playing the song for other people when you put it out, or you just listen to it yourself and then put it out?
No, I mean, before the songs that I put out, most of the songs that I put out, I did the judgment, everything myself. Like, it's a certain energy.
Okay.
It's a certain, and as far as sound, maybe arrangement, and you know how it sound like for the engineer, maybe I would have one or two suggestions. But back then, I was basically engineering all my sound and doing everything myself. So once there's a certain feeling, yes, every artist knows that. Once you listen to a song, you don't need anybody else's opinion on that. So it would just be a validation if you're asking them, like, what do you think? But you know in yourself that that song has touched you some way, and when it go out, it's going to touch people.
Yes.
So you have to be convinced. So most of the time, the reason why some hit songs never reach out because of too many opinions from different people. Will scare you as a person, like, how you feel about it, but that's how he hears it. Everybody hears music differently. The way you listen to me, some people listen to melody, some people listen to the instrument, some people just want to listen to the lyrics, some people just want to listen to how you arrange the song and all that. So there are different listeners out there, and there are billions of people. So when I put the music out, once I'm satisfied, the rest is history.
Wow. What you say you currently on tour right now?
Yeah.
What cities you hitting?
I'll be in
States.
Worcester, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I'll be in Sacramento, California, and then I'll be in Georgia as well. I'm doing a couple more events out here back in Philly.
Okay.
I'm doing some in New York, and then where else I gotta be at? I got a couple of dates on the list. I'm not really looking at the dates right now.
Take your time, baby. Take your time.
But there are other cities that are coming up. Like I got one in Minneapolis too, Minnesota.
All right.
I got some in Fargo. I got some in Iowa coming up too, and stuff like that. And then I got something coming up in Australia.
Oh wow.
I have an Australian upcoming tour, and then Europe as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how you know what you asked me, you the biggest right now for LIB wise, music wise, right?
I mean, I can say that. I mean, man, that's why I believe it in myself.
Nah, absolutely. So as far as the country,
Right.
what's your plan?
As far as I'm going back to Liberia.
And music wise, how far are we taking this?
Oh, like I want Liberian music to be on the world platform, mainstream.
Okay.
And, you know, like how we have like other West African countries like Nigeria, like
Ghana.
everybody going on a big stage, winning Grammy awards. I feel like Liberia can do the same thing. Because the only thing we need is to actually just attack the music as a business and be willing to invest into it, and just get out there and take the music to the next level. Like it takes a whole lot. Like it's not just the music. It's not just the music the artists make in the studio. There's a whole lot. 10% is talent, 90% business. So the 90% to get there, that's why we need to foot up. We already have the talent in there.
Yes.
We have a whole lot of talent, but it's just that the business and the structure is not set up to the point for us to get to these levels. So, and most of the artists in Liberia doing things out of ignorance. They don't really know what they're doing. They're just doing the music because they love it. They don't really understand what you're getting yourself into. And you know the capability of what this could and opportunity of becoming a billionaire or superstar and stuff like that. The internet right now make everything a playing field for everybody. Like so, if you have the right strategy, the right team, and the right network around you, the people to take you to where you want to go, the sky is the limit, bro. This thing, the Nigerians are the only they don't have two heads. They got one head, and we got one head too, bro. Like we have talents and everything. The only thing is that we just have to attack it. If this is what you want to do, you put your all into it and get to where you want to get. Again, it boils down to the individual. What do you want to, out of what you're doing?
Yes.
Where do you want to go? Like everybody else will say like you're like but you as an artist, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? What do you want the music to be? Do you want to be global or you want to be just in the little community? Or what do you want to do? So if you figure out that, you find the right people, surround yourself with the right people to make that thing happen for you. Because everything else is possible if you believe it. That's just what I think.
Yeah,
and
but
working towards it as well.
But just doing this interview with you, just listening to your story, like you went through so much, like so much to make it to this point. Like, it's not easy. You know what I mean? So what would you say to the next kid, the next D12 somewhere, he young right now, calling himself D12? What would you say to him?
Well, if this is something that you love to do, or you have to put your time and dedication to it, it requires your energy, it requires everything that's in you to make this happen. It's not because you just love it. But the first thing is, I think, once you have the passion for anything and you love it, you're going to do whatever it takes to chase after that thing as a person. So my advice to anybody who wants to be an artist and who aspiring to be an artist is to just focus on what makes you a great artist and what does it take to get to where you want to get as an artist. Educate yourself and then add more value to your talent. That just at the end of the day you're going to get to where you want to get.
That's good. So what can the people expect from you? Got anything upcoming, new music?
I got an album coming up. A crazy album titled Over Time. And it should have been dropped this June 25th, but we push it back a little bit because we're trying to make sure we get the right distribution and the right marketing behind it to take it to the next level. But I have a couple of African artists on the album. I have techno, I have flavor, I have harmonize, and I got a big producer from Nigeria, so I have most of these guys on my album too as well. I work with them, and this next album that's coming up is going to be fire. I feel like it's going to take the music to the next level.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. It seems like, I don't know if you want to share this, but you said you wrote for a couple of artists from Liberia. You know what I mean? I don't know if you want to share it or not. Let the people know who you wrote for before. You know what I mean? When you was playing it back, and they was over there doing their thing. You know what I mean? If you don't mind sharing it.
Oh, well, sometimes some of these things I rather be kept unsaid
Why?
for now, just so I didn't get into some other people's feelings and stuff like that. But as far as the situation is, like, everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
So
you know it.
yeah,
You know.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about. So I don't want to point out names, here and there, but those are I wrote for a whole bunch of artists, and I produced for a whole bunch of artists as well as myself. So I don't feel like it's something that I can capitalize on. I feel like a lot of people can do the same thing as well.
Yeah.
I was just sharing that because those are abilities that I have and that I did for people. But at the same time, it helps me too. When I write for people, I learn more about myself, like what I can do, my abilities, and I improve on it, and it helps me as well. So right now, it got me to the point where I don't need to take a pen and paper to do a song.
Yeah.
And, so it was like a journey for me, and it was like a learning process for me too as well. And, because I didn't get no formal education about writing music.
Wow.
Yeah, everything was self-taught.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's big. That's big. Now let me ask you this before wrap this thing up, man. How you feel when the ladies all on you like that? You like the attention, or because they how you feel about that? They be on you, baby.
I know. But man, I mean, every artist, these are some of the things that you look forward to if you actually affecting lives. It's a thing that it can be avoided. When you get outside, a lot of fans, people I can be surprised. My fans are sometimes older people, younger babies, and just in all demographics. Like, I have so like my fans that just come up to me to want to take pictures and all that. So sometimes it gets tiring or boring but you have to appreciate that moment because it tells you that what you're doing, people appreciate it.
That's right. That's right. You got anything you want to say to the people out there, your fans out there? How can they reach you, get in contact with you?
Yeah. So you can follow me on social media. My IG is D12 Official. D12 Official, and my Facebook is D12 Official too. And then my fan page is D12 Music. So you can also follow me on that and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Is D12 Official, or D12 Official on my YouTube channel. Everywhere else on the same social media. So check it out and subscribe every time I have a new music or any content coming up, so that you can be notified. And know that we're working. And I want to appreciate everybody that love and support my music. 100% love you guys with all my heart. Like you don't know how much I appreciate. Like it gives me inspiration to want to do more. So I appreciate all the fans from Love and D12 Music and everybody that helping to support, like you guys who doing podcasts. One way or the other, we can have like other people listening to us and getting to hear our story. Go to our music and go listen to it as well. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate the team that working along with me. And so that's just what it is, man. Everything else is gonna be said when you listen to the new album. So this is what's gonna be. So look out for the new album over time. That's what it is. Shout out to everybody in the building. I already know.
Man, you heard it here first, man. New Journey Podcast, man. The boy D12 in this building. I know what's going on. I appreciate you, brother, for giving me the opportunity to come and sit down with you, man. Thank you so much, man. It meant so much to me, bro. And the rest of my team, man. You know what I mean? And I hope this is more a minute to come for us, man. We sit down and kick it, and you know what I mean? And thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you, man. This boy Mac for the New Journey podcast, man. D12 in the fucking building. I know what time it is, man. We out of here.